Getting to witness this fantastic contest, and there you can see August Rodin for Aidan O'Brien and the Coolmore team heading out onto the track. Could be a huge win for his CV if he could manage to get this massive Group 1 over the mile and a half there at Tokyo.
Yeah, the 44th running of the Japan Cup, 11 million up for offer for this Group 1 event. Ben Spall heading over. I think we've been seeing him sign some autographs. And speaking of Ben, he told us before that an international hasn't travelled over and won the event in 18 years. So what an incredible spectacle it is. We know how passionate the crowd is. We're seeing them watch often out to be able to see in the pre-parade ring, to see these incredible athletes. Who's going to be able to win the result today?
Here we see some live pictures from Tokyo, massive crowd on course. And then the event is set to run at 5:40, which is 5 minutes prior to our last race at Kilmore. So hopefully we'll get the opportunity to get through the mounting yard, show you the Japan Cup, and then get back here to the action at Kilmore, because we've only got basically down to a field of 5 here in the last now at Kilmore, given the significant scratchings this afternoon. But some great scenes there as the horses go out onto the track for the Japan Cup.
The last event from Japan will be back at Kilmore as well. Quick break on racing.com. Lots to come.
Hi, Aidan. Great to see you here at Tokyo today. I think your first time travelling here. What's your experience has been this week?
Yeah, no, absolutely unbelievable. It's unbelievable facility, unbelievable culture. People are so respectful, and it's unbelievable, really. You have to come here to believe it. The track is incredible. Facilities, the new quarantine is absolutely spot on. The facilities are excellent. It's I think it's an experience like we've never had before.
And what about August Rodin? How's he settled into Tokyo here and settled into race day today? We're a few hours out from the race now.
Yeah, he seems fine. Everybody seems very happy with him. Rachel's been riding him out and very happy. Pat is in charge of him obviously at the moment, and he's very happy. So everybody's very happy. I spoke to Ryan this morning, and he's enough as well, so hopefully.
Your team has been so good in their inside in the lead up to the Japan Cup with your series behind the scenes. It seems like this would be an absolute dream, being a son of Deep Impact, and they're even giving him a retirement ceremony today, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously the Japanese, he's very close to the Japanese people's heart. He's by Deep Impact, so he's out of a very good Galileo mare that we had, so he's obviously, his pedigree obviously brings the two continents together. Yeah, and standard of Japanese racing is growing and growing and growing, and it's at its absolute pinnacle at the moment, isn't it? You know, so we're delighted. We always dreamed that maybe someday he could come here, and I think he's had his 2 years race, and this is his 3rd year racing, so he's got loads of time to mature, and obviously he has to go off the stud after this, but to have a retirement ceremony is a privilege for us, and honour really that the Japanese people are giving him.
You've tried to win this race a couple of times before. It's not easy to beat the locals on their home track. What makes August Rodin? What qualities does he have that you thought he might be the one, Aidan?
Yeah, we always thought he was special. He's a lovely, good moving horse. Trip shouldn't be a problem to him. He's always been very classy. Yeah, I suppose all the things about him we always thought would suit here. Ryan always thought that he would suit him, and for it to be his last race here, like, it's extra special. And like, obviously these races are very hard to win, and you obviously get beaten a lot more than you win, and if it does happen, like, it will be incredible, but all you can do is hope, and hopefully he runs well and comes back safe.
And lastly, Aidan, how's the family enjoyed the week? We're seeing Donica and Joseph here as well. You've made a real effort to bring everyone along for the ride this week.
Yeah, no, obviously it's a great experience for the lads, and obviously to see new things is the greatest education of all. And obviously they've met a lot of people, and for me it's great having them here, because they're a big help to me, and they might pick up things that I wouldn't see, and that suggest things, and that's a massive help to me, really. It's always the small things make the big difference, and when they're with us and they're seeing and they're focusing on him as well as we are, you know, so it's a massive advantage to us, really.
Well, Aidan, thank you so much for giving us some of your time, and best of luck with August Rodin and his final start today.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
build up now as well for this year's Japan Cup, the 44th running of this prestigious international event. We've got the 14 competitors. We know how hard it is for the internationals to be able to make their way over and give the locals a real crack, BZ. It's probably one of the strongest European contingents that we've had. We just heard Ben Spall chat with Aidan O'Brien, who is there with some strong chances too. It's incredibly exciting. A horse like Goliath, can't wait to be able to see him. And Deduce is also going to be so hard to beat. If he's at his best, coming out of obviously winning the Tenno Show Autumn 2, I think he's going to be the one for me.
Yeah, the market is really in his favour. The local champ with Yutaka Take in the saddle. He ran 4th in the race behind Equinox last year. And with Equinox out of the picture and a few of the other big guns not measuring up so far in Japan this season, he's been the horse that most people have had their eye on as the leading contender in the Japan Cup. And, you know, there is a lot of international interest in this race, as there is each and every year, but the local horse is still favourite at this stage and a well-supported favourite after a strong win last time out.
It was interesting too, as we heard from John Stewart. We know that he's travelled all around the world. What it would mean for him to be able to take out a Japan Cup, obviously going in with a good chance with Goliath, who comes into the event having won only just 5 weeks ago. That was over the 2,200 metres at Longchamp too, with the French galloper now making the trip. An incredible strike rate that he comes into this, but as I mentioned, for me, I think the locals are going to be too tough.
And just interesting watching how they go about their event here with the horses all parading back down in an enclosure down near the barriers, waiting for their opportunity to get out back onto the main part of the track. So just keeping them nice and relaxed, away from the huge crowd that is there in attendance, just keeping them nice and calm and collected before they go into the barriers. Very different to what we're accustomed to here. Obviously there's significant fanfare and a lot of pomp and ceremony that goes on with these feature races in Japan, but once the horses have got out onto the track, a nice little sanctuary for them down there to get nice and calm before the start of the big event.
And we know, we can see here from following Japanese racing how composed that they are. We know these are true tried test stayers, but the relaxed nature to be able to make the way, as you said, a little bit of a sanctuary out there. You can see that is such a focus.
Yeah, so horses shouldn't be too far from being loaded. We're still about 3 minutes away from the official start time of the Japan Cup. Here at Kilmore, we're only 8 minutes out officially from the last race, which is over the mile, but we don't have any horses in the parade. They're in the pre-parade, just staying away from the rain at this stage in the beautiful shelter that we've got here at Kilmore for the horses and also participants. So the plan will be to try and show you the parade of horses here at Kilmore for the last event. There's only 5 runners, so it's not going to take us quite that long. And then we'll head back to Japan for hopefully the live action of the Japan Cup and then switch back to Kilmore for the final race here.
Yeah, and I think they're starting to make their way into the yard for Kilmore. So we might go here for the final event and then we will lead up for the big Japan Cup to over the 2,400 metres. Let's go to the yard though for the final event from Kilmore. But we're very happy to be able to have the Japan Cup on racing.com this afternoon. And with horses loading, let's go to the on-course caller.
The outsider of the field. Now we await Blow the Horn to step up into 2. Coming forward, Auguste Rodin. Danon Beluga. Justin Palace. Locking away is Sol Oriens. Now Stars on Earth. Fantastic Moon might very well be the last one. Justin Palace rearing in the gates. Stand by. Last one goes in. They're set. They're ready. They're off and racing in the 44th Japan Cup, and Struve blew the start out the back door. Early speed from Shin Emperor. Where's the pace going to come from? Karate's going over. Going forward, Shin Emperor. Wider out is Stars on Earth. Moving up with Sol Oriens past the winning post. Chervinia's up into 4th spot. On its inside, Danon Beluga. Wider out is Duretza, but trapped 4 wide into that first corner. Then Auguste Rodin. On its outside is Karate. Back to the inside, Justin Palace with Goliath on its girth. Then comes Blow the Horn, followed by Fantastic Moon. Second last on the inside, Struve. And alongside it is the favourite, Deduce. They approach the 1800 metre pole, and Shin Emperor leads along, runs along ahead of Sol Oriens. In the middle is Danon Beluga. Now Goliath kicks up along the paint, and Sumian's going forward. Trapped out Chervinia, but she does have cover. And wider out is Stars on Earth. And there goes Duretza, starting to go round the field as they come up towards the 1400 metre mark. Justin Palace, the paint. Auguste Rodin's there as well. And just in behind, trying to go with him, is Danon Beluga. Well back is Blow the Horn. Then comes Karate, followed by Struve, Fantastic Moon. And the favourite is still last in Deduce. They go down to the 1200 metre mark. And up front and leading the way now, it's Duretza. Duretza leads out from Stars on Earth. Done some work to get there. Shin Emperor runs third and loses some ground. Then Sol Oriens, followed on the inside by Goliath. Close enough, Chervinia. Then Auguste Rodin is starting to chime in. Back to the inside is Justin Palace. Then Danon Beluga, Karate, Blow the Horn. Deduce starting to come on. On its inside, Struve, and Fantastic Moon is still last at all. 700 metres to run in the Japan Cup of 2024. Duretza's in front. Duretza can stay all day. Can he stay the 2400 from this position? Running second, Stars on Earth. Shin Emperor's still there. Sol Oriens. Chervinia chimes in. Here comes Deduce. Deduce down the outside along with Auguste Rodin. Back to the inside, Goliath picking up, but it is Deduce. Take goes to the front, fighting back on the inside. Duretza, Chervinia's running in as well, and also Stars on Earth in front. It's Deduce, and Duretza flashing home late up on the inside with a huge run is Shin Emperor. It's Deduce. Shin Emperor is absolutely flying but won't get there. Deduce wins the Japan Cup. Maybe Shin Emperor second, Duretza third. Back in behind them, Chervinia, Justin Palace when it was all over. Followed by Goliath, a huge run. Then came to the inside, Stars on Earth with Struve, Auguste Rodin, Fantastic Moon finished off, but well back. Then Danon Beluga, Karate, Sol Oriens, the last one in.
Deduce does it under Yutaka Take for trainer Yasuo Tomomichi. Starts the 2.3 favourite. And what a great